Welcome to The Explainer. Okay, let's dive right into this because today we're decoding one of the most profound, deeply layered mysteries ever recorded in human history. We're talking about the ultimate fate of the soul according to ancient Zoharic teachings. We are going to map out exactly what happens at the moment of death, and we're not looking at it as an end. No, we're looking at it as this breathtaking, multidimensional, cosmic transition. And don't worry, we're going to translate these ancient mystical mechanics into modern concepts that will make total sense to you today.
So we've got a massive system map to get through in this explainer. We're starting with the moment of departure, moving into the hidden secrets of solid and cosmic data routing, then climbing the strict structural framework of the Sephirotic mechanics. From there, we'll analyze the color-coded systems of white mercy and red judgment, explore the repair loops of tikkun, and finally reach the complete dimensional restoration of the soul. Let's get into it.
All right, Section 1, the moment of departure. Let's start right at the transition point. Take a look at this foundational text from the book of Ecclesiastes, which is heavily analyzed in the Zohar, specifically Parashat Vayehi. It says, "And the spirit returns to God who gave it." Now, I want you to picture this as a vivid, absolutely stunning 4K cinematic scene, almost like a high-end heritage animation. It's the exact moment of passing, and it's a massive, multidimensional sorting event. Imagine souls physically rising from their bodies. Some of them are completely light, totally unburdened, and they instantly ascend through these luminous, brilliant pathways of light right into hidden realms. But others, they're weighted down. You see them pulled through intense, burning fires of purification, or even cast out into this turbulent, dizzying space. It is a breathtaking visual of cosmic sorting in action.
So, to truly grasp how this universal sorting works, we have to look beneath the surface text. Let's move to Section 2 and look at the sod of it all. In a mystical tradition, Sod literally translates to secret. It is the profound hidden architecture resting right beneath the literal text. And honestly, to explain the Sod of the soul's journey today, the best analogy we can use is modern tech terminology. Think about biological death simply as a system shutdown, right? The hardware, the physical body stops, but the software, the soul, immediately initiates a vast, highly automated cosmic data routing sequence.
Think of the universe as this supreme, flawless operating system. When the biological system shuts down, the soul's data is instantly assessed. If it is clean data, which represents a righteous, perfected life, it's instantly uploaded. It bypasses the fire and goes directly to secure, luminous cloud storage in the higher realms of the Garden of Eden, retaining all of its pure insight. But if it's corrupted data, meaning it's weighed down by earthly attachments, ego, or wrongdoings, it actually gets rejected from the initial upload. It is forced into these iterative repair loops and error correction cycles, repeating processing until its integrity is completely restored.
But how exactly does this upload happen? What does the actual server architecture look like? That brings us to Section 3, the Sephirotic mechanics of ascent.
You see, the soul doesn't just float away randomly into the ether. It has to pass through a highly specific, rigorous structural framework known as the Sephirotic. It's a step-by-step upload process. Step 1 is Malchut, which is the realm of initial departure. It's the grounding point where the soul first leaves the physical matrix. Then, Step 2 is Yesod. Think of Yesod as the router channel. It literally determines if the soul ascends higher or if it gets recycled back down immediately. Assuming it ascends, Step 3 is Tiferet. This is absolutely crucial. Tiferet is the balance point, testing the soul's harmony between din, which is strict judgment, and rachamim, which is mercy. Once balanced, it moves to Step 4, Binah. This is the realm of deep analytical processing and judgment, where all earthly actions are heavily scrutinized. If it passes, it hits Step 5, Chokhmah, where pure, unadulterated insight is retained. And finally, that leads to Step 6, Keter, the crown. This is the final return to the absolute source, the ultimate destination for our perfected cosmic data.
Now, as the soul passes through these stages, especially around Binah and Tiferet, it encounters strict codes of cosmic judgment. And mystically, these are described visually through color. Let's explore that in Section 4, White Mercy and Red Judgment.
Drawing from the incredible insights of the Pardes Ramonum, we see this fascinating mystical color shift during the soul's processing. White represents chesed, that's pure mercy, reward, peace, and the hidden good in the universe. It is the luminous, safe path. On the exact opposite side is red, representing din. Red is the intense, burning fire of purification. It's the strict judgment that brutally strips away impurities from the corrupted data. The entire universe operates on these absolute polarities, and the soul must find its balance, primarily through that middle sphere of Tiferet we just talked about, which tempers the burning red with the peaceful white.
But you might be wondering,
What happens if a soul is so disconnected, so fragmented, that it can't anchor itself in the white or the red? This brings us to an incredibly terrifying state called Kaf HaKela. Literally translated, it means the hollow of a sling. We are talking about ultimate cosmic turbulence here. Souls in this state are violently flung through space, bouncing between dimensions like a stone slung from a slingshot. They are completely unable to find rest. And the Zohar teaches something wild here. It says that words spoken destructively in life actually create the very turbulent wind that tosses the soul in this state. Just let that sink in for a second.
But here's the good news. The universe is deeply merciful, and no data is left corrupted forever. Let's look at exactly how the universe fixes its broken files in Section 5, Iterative Repair and Tikkun.
We can actually look at this post-death processing through two really cool modern lenses. The first is a video game analogy. Think of your physical life as a level in a game. The righteous finish the level with high scores, right? So they immediately advance to higher, far more complex and beautiful worlds. But those who fail the level enter challenge modes or retry loops to correct their stats. Or you can look at it as cosmic engineering. In this system, flawless data is permanently archived in a perfected state, but corrupted files are automatically routed through rigorous, iterative repair cycles until they finally meet the universe's baseline system standards.
And this universal standard of repair is called tikkun. Tikkun is the ultimate correction. If a soul's data is highly fragmented, it undergoes reincarnation. It quite literally gets downloaded back into the physical matrix to fix specific errors, pay off cosmic debts, and realign itself. It is a brilliant, unforgiving, yet entirely compassionate system designed entirely to ensure that eventually every single piece of every soul is elevated and restored to its proper place.
Which brings us to the mathematical certainty of the universe, our final section, the complete dimensional restoration. These mystical texts aren't just poetic, they are heavily encoded with numerical integers that act as strict quality assurance standards for the cosmos. Let's rapid-fire these afterlife codes. Number 2 is the binary routing path. You're either on the path of ascent or the path of correction. Number 3 represents the initial assessment phases, the 3 stages of judgment. Number 7 refers to the deep repair iterations, the 7 cycles of purification. And finally, the ultimate goal, number 10. 10 is the number of absolute, complete restoration. It represents all 10 Sephirots perfectly aligned. This is the beautiful, awe-inspiring moment of complete dimensional restoration. Once a soul reaches this state, whether they got there initially through righteousness or eventually through the hard, repetitive work of tikkun, all parts of it are permanently and flawlessly archived in the highest realms of light. The system is complete, the software is finally perfect. Thank you for joining us for this complete journey through the Pardes. We hope these ancient truths help you and your family improve your own dimensions this week. If you enjoyed this full chapter deep dive, please like, subscribe, and share which part of the journey touched your soul in the comments. We'll see you in the next chapter.